Fala galera, estamos começando mais um episódio da série Hell is Us. Vamos lá. Tá. Mata andares aqui. Deixa eu dar uma negativa.
Who are you?
How about we skip the formalities for now? Please, help me escape the training room. Is somebody out there? Over. Requesting assistance. Over. I need your help. Anyone out there? Hey. Stop. Is somebody out there? Over. Protocol 6 initiated. Protocol 7 initiated. Threat level low.
Agora eu bato, caralho. Vou dar uma puta lento.
That's not good. Something's wrong. It's not following the standard procedure. Protocol 9 initiated. Threat level elevated. I managed to open the supply room for you. You better prepare for the next wave. Protocol 1 initiated. Protocol 2 initiated. Threat level error. Protocol 3 error. Protocol 5. Threat level error.
Peraí, cara. Você vai ficar só deixando ele bater, é isso? Não bate também não?
Thank God. The training sequence is over. Everything seems back to normal. I'll open the door.
Thank God you showed up. You're a lifesaver.
Who are you?
I'm Theo Kagan, an assistant technician for OMSIF training. And we're doing exercises when the whole place went haywire. Backup systems malfunctioned when we lost power. The team, they didn't stand a chance. I've been calling on the radio ever since.
What do you know about this symbol?
I know this. Our boys did a sweep in the older part of the facility. They found a strange stone with that symbol on it. I told them to put it in the storage room on B4 for future analysis. That's where we keep all the old stuff. You'll need some, high-level clearance to get in there. Here, take my key card. It's the least I can do.
I need assistance. Soldier, I need assistance. Hey, soldier, I need assistance.
Brincadeira, né?
Hey, maybe we can help each other out.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Mark Hamill, Cerebrum Division. I'm the one who designed and created your drone. As you can see, we're experiencing technical difficulties. I need your help to get out of here.
Know anything about this?
That looks familiar. I'm not sure, though. It looks old. If I remember correctly, all the old stuff found in the ancient sections is stored... Listen, let's help each other. I want to get out of here, and you want access to B4. I won't be able to escape this place without a functional drone. I need a drone processor to fix mine, but they're all stored in my lab. If you help me get it, I'll give you my key card. To get there, exit this room and go left. Go down the hall and past the red blast door. On your right, you should see the logo of a drone on the wall. That's where my lab is. The code to get in is 230317.
I wouldn't mind a few upgrades. We could boost the communication array.
Tanya, you're breaking up. What was that? Upgrade communication array?
Wanker.
the drone processor I need for my lab? Thanks. Now I can leave. Take my key card. A deal's a deal.
Biopsy log, session 01. Spectacular. What we have appears to be an altogether inconceivable physiology that bears no resemblance to any known life forms. There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable. Traditional means of locomotion are completely absent. No muscle tissue, no tendons or ligaments. The entirety of the mass is comprised of a contiguous substance that can only be categorized as flesh. Its property is in a constant state of flux. Elasticity, tensile strength, density, hardness, shear strength. All seem to fluctuate based on external stimuli. Initial inspection suggests evidence of both fibrous and globular structures. Samples have been extracted for a complete cellular analysis. If I wasn't a scientist, I might be liable to believe these creatures are the work of a higher power. They cannot possibly exist. Epur si mueve.
September 18th, 1992. I've been mulling over a few novel loadout profiles for the drone, recording a quick note here for future reference. Reconnaissance loadout, lightweight design, strip all extraneous systems to increase velocity and maneuverability. Comprehensive sensor package. Radar, thermal, infrared, Geiger, X-ray, the works. Optical camo. Maybe even RAM coding. Oh. Medical loadout, first aid module, defibrillator, cauterization implement, precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections of antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
you're here. That's good. Very good. Please use the intercom over there so we can begin. What a fine specimen you are. I will sincerely thank your commanding officer for providing such an excellent candidate.
Who are you?
Strange. I thought they would have briefed you. Semantics. I'm Dr. Mabden, head of weapons research. Today's experiment will focus on time loop weaponization.
Why are you trying to weaponize time loops?
Why wouldn't we? Think of what we could accomplish. Did you notice the newly designed hardware around a time loop? This is why you are here, not to ask silly questions. If I were you, I would concentrate on surviving the different protocols. Now, let's begin.
Okay, let's do this.
Good. The first protocol has been engaged. Come back to the intercom once you're done. Now get ready. Your competency is refreshing. Good work.
Are we done?
Let's get on with the experiment, shall we?
All right, I'm ready.
The second protocol.
Bom pra caralho.
Good. You survived. Good work.
Let's go.
I'm surprised you got through this one. Excellent. Good work.
I'm ready.
Now.
Nossa senhora, esse sistema de câmera dele é excelente, só que não. Olha isso. Não tem como falar.
Astonishing. No one has ever gotten this far. Good work.
This better be the...
This is the last. It wasn't that bad now, was it?
Good work. You've retrieved the keystone of rage.
Good work.
Are we done?
Indeed we are. I have collected the necessary data. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. You are dismissed. Good work.
E agora? Safado saiu daqui, foi?
January 3rd, 1993. We have done it. Time Loop Alpha 1 is operational. For the first time, certain aspects of a time loop are under our direct control. Years of planning have finally paid off. Synaptic modulators are stable, and limbic pulse generators have already confirmed our theories that entities can be generated at will. We will begin testing the optimal frequencies to induce each entity variant. Agent training protocols should be greatly enhanced as a result. The complete weaponization of the technology remains out of our reach for the near future. We are, of course, still bound by the 33-year cycle. Additionally, a proper emotional catalyst remains necessary to the time loop's formation. This requires a great deal of precise social engineering. Overcoming these limitations will be the major area of focus during the next phase of the project.
Thanks for helping me escape.
Are you gonna be alright?
I'll be just fine. The intervention forces are on their way. They'll clean up. I'll have a lot of work to do, though. Fixing all the systems. I'll have to run diagnostics to determine what went wrong. I don't know what's happening to this country. I've been living here since I set foot in Hadia. I can tell you a lot about what's happening in the Auriga Museum, but the NDA attached to my contract had us work in silos. All the research departments are entirely... One of my coworkers was a massive history buff. He managed to get his hands on some local books. Books he found were censored. No Hadian was allowed to read the con. He slipped them out of a repository in another SEAL Council complex he worked at before being transferred here. He wouldn't shut up. Her name was... Lady Margareth. This isn't the first time these creatures have shown up in Hadia. It's all over their history. This ruler loved her people, wanted to protect them from the creatures. So she had them build a massive underground city. It's in Argola somewhere. He went on to explain that it wasn't the only place. There's thousands of underground ruins all over Hadia. It's because of her. I don't remember the details, but Lady Margaret died under tragic circumstances. I told him to stop telling me. He eventually got transferred. Now, if I'm... What else is new? Both sides are identical. It's pretty debilitating if you genuinely think about it. Only people who are the same can reach such a point. The line is drawn in the sand, cutting through grievances and insanity. Both sides of the line are utterly convinced that the other represents an absolute menace to everything they considered sacred. Now, their mission here always felt a bit peculiar. I can't quite put... Don't get me wrong. The country needed peacekeeping operations, but something felt off. I arrived in the country right when the temporary legislative alliance broke at the seams. I couldn't help but notice how tense the SEAL Council supervisors were. Everything started feeling more not long after the ON peacekeepers arrived in the country, and all the higher-ups began breathing again. I don't think they were scared. As far as I know, the SEAL Council needed the bloodshed. No. Something else was making them anxious, something related to all our cumulative work. I made it a point never to mingle with the locals. That's just setting yourself up, especially when you're considering what you're doing to them. There's a reason you don't name the animals in your lab. It gets personal. A line has to be. I know this guy from medical who got involved with the local. She was a palamist. He met her in a small village. He was assigned there to set up some equipment, you know, before the big day. He got reassigned out of the fields into a lab. He kept in contact with her. But when the war broke out, he lost it and he tried to find her. What an idiot. He's out there looking. At first, I was terrified of them. You know, like, what the fuck am I looking at? After a while, though, you start getting used to them. Then they just become a part of the job. They're amazing, aren't they? They immediately became terrifying again when they got loose, but it was still amazing, right? To think they may hold answers to some of our most pressing questions. It'll take some time before they make Auriga Museum safe again. I guess I'll be reassigned to another lab in the meantime.
I made it out thanks to my little friend here. We couldn't have done it without...
You alright?
Although I doubt that will be soon. The debriefings I'll have to endure will take some time. They'll want to know what the hell happened down there. From what little I've seen of Hadia, it seems to be a special... When I was on leave before the war, I walked the streets in Ljubljana. It was like I had used a time machine and arrived in another timeline. It was a strange sensation because I couldn't pinpoint the exact period. Walking on the street, you feel like you're in medieval times. Then you turn the corner and are suddenly propelled into the 1950s. I didn't mingle much with the locals. Not my style. I hardly set foot outside this place since the war started. I'm not missing much from what I've heard. I know our people have their part to play in this mess. probably know more about it than I do. The operatives in the Oculus division are masters at creating conflict and have their fingerprints all over this war. Funding extremists, targeted assassinations, false flags, you name it. How do I know all this? Well, I was married to an operative. Aside from what is said about them in the news and newspapers, I know little about them. The peacekeepers have tried their best to delay the war, but it was a lost cause. The Oculus division made sure of that. I don't know much about the Sabinians. I only know what the higher-ups told us in the briefings when we first arrived. However, I got a small sample when I went out on leave. I got a well-deserved weekend pass one time. I used to get those before the war. I spent it in Losselis, the capital city in Astyria. I was enjoying my caffeine-infused beverage in a small cafe on the corner of a busy street. I'm curious and I love gossip, so I discreetly listened to a few conversations. I do that purely to entertain myself. At first, the conversations were run-of-the-mill exchanges. These are mainly complaints about work, teachers being too strict, deadlines, overtime, being too tired, a suspect husband, and the everyday anecdotes you might hear anywhere. Then, a news report comes on. The cafe fell into a silent hush. I don't remember what it was about, but when it was over, all you could hear were complaints about the Palamists. Some conversations went as far as suggesting to kill them all. It was surreal. The change in attitude was almost instant. I don't think the news realizes the power they have. Or do. I've never met any Palamists, and if I did, I didn't notice. There is one place I would love to visit. It's in the heart of the Palamist province of Argola. It's the capital city of Tri. Some who went on leave there told me it was stunning. It has some of the oldest castles, friendly people, and the best restaurants in Hadia. I know, it sounds like a commercial, but it's what everyone says when people come back from there. I hope it survives. I want to visit Trisk if ever I get a weekend pass again. Well, that's probably unlikely. The Cerebrum division was partly created to study, examine, observe, and dissect them. It's why most of us are here. That old time loop we found in the ancient part of Origa Museum played a significant role in studying the entities. Why do you think your drone can distract them? We discovered that the entities emit specific frequencies. We have yet to find out why. However, I figured out how to scramble their signal. I built the emitter inside the drone to interrupt the entities' frequency waves, temporarily confusing them. I'm still working on an emitter that doesn't cost too much energy and can last longer. As you know, those few seconds are precious for a soldier. I'll get on that as soon as this place becomes operational again.
Esse aqui é aquele doutor? Pera.
Only one more left. Do you have anything for me? Interesting. I'll look it up. Let me know if you want more information on anything you find out there.
What am I supposed to do with this keystone?
We must return to the Limbic Forge and insert the keystone in its groove.
I sent my men on snipe hunts. Unless you poke the bear, you shouldn't encounter any OMSF operatives.
Much appreciated.
I can't keep this up much longer. My men are beginning to suspect something.
We should meet.
I need more time. Too many pieces are left on the board to attempt such a high-risk move.
Let us know if we can help.
My window is closing. Next time I contact you, I will be ready to make my move.
She'd be a good asset.
Sounds like something I would say. For your story?
Yes, she's privy to a lot of information. More importantly, you'd have someone watching your back out there. I feel bad enough as it is, sitting safely inside while you risk your neck.
I think you've given plenty for Queen and Country.
It was a car bombing. All because I wrote the truth.
Everyone's a critic.
Beleza, galera, vamos ficando por aqui com esse episódio. Próximo a gente continua. Se gostou, deixa um like, se inscreve, compartilha aí. Valeu!